I can tell it's the original, right?
Right, original Ed Martinez interior, 1960-61 it was done.
You just don't see this.
No.
This old piggy bank my little boy had, we took it, made a hood ornament out of it.
How do you feel about giving up his piggy bank?
He didn't care, I want no money in it.
Yeah, what the heck, put it on the car.
Held the national record for over 2 years, the best of 6.53 seconds, somewhere around 249, 250 miles an hour.
That is gorgeous. Mercury CJ 429 and packed in there.
Hitch tight fit.
Well, Joe, I'm absolutely surrounded in historic drag cars here, but this one just jumped out at me. This is a fantastic machine. This is actually a Stone, Woods & Cook
Yes,
piece, right?
the original car.
And this is not a replica or recreation or tribute car.
Nope.
This is the car.
Yep, the car. It was originally built in 1960-61 and campaigned by Stone, Woods & Cook. A gas, B gas supercharged. Recently voted in Hot Rod by the viewers as the most popular race car of that era.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man. Well, you know, it's so striking, and I love the fact that it's still just, you know, like untouched. It's just, you know, period correct as it can be because it's the car.
Yes. Yes. It wasn't easy to find some of the Olds memorabilia and race car stuff, but through a lot of research and some friends that were still racing Oldsmobile stuff, I was able to acquire what we needed.
Okay. Well, you know, and again, this is a show car
Yep.
interior from the 60s, big time.
Yep.
And this, I can tell, it's the original, right?
Right, original Ed Martinez interior, 1960-61 it was done.
You just don't see this.
No.
And yet, that's still the 41 Willys dash, right?
Original dash. When they cut the firewall on this car to get the motor in, they couldn't extract, well, I can't extract the original dash now because it's kind of boxed in, so
you better like it.
Just leave it in there, yeah. Yeah.
Well, and what a weird setup, a weird orientation on the gas pedal.
Yes. I think Doug, who was very small, maybe 5'3",
really?
150 pounds, I think he had his own unique way of driving it. The shifter is in reverse right now, but all the way back is neutral, and then you put it up 2 gears at a time, and that's it. So all he had to do was move it short, and it was out of his way when he was driving.
So what's the transmission?
Transmission is an original B&M Hydro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And she's an all-steel car?
All steel car,
except for the front
except
end.
for the Cal Automotive front end, yes.
AmeriCar?
AmeriCar was the name that Willys in 41 put
That
on
was
their
their
bumper.
model.
That was their model. It showed on the hood piece and on the rear bumper.
Now, I see it. It's Oldsmobile powered? It's
Yes,
Olds powered?
Olds powered.
Let's
yes.
go look at that.
Okay.
That's fiberglass.
Yep.
And then up to your son?
Yes.
So
That works.
Oldsmobile engine,
Yes.
Oldsmobile block.
394 cubic inches, 1961 block. Kind of hard to find these pieces now, but through some research and a lot of good friends, we came up with it.
So that manifold that's probably like
That's an Edelbrock aluminum intake
rare
manifold.
as can be. And
very,
then
very rare.
871?
671.
671.
671 with a 4-port Hillborn injector, original stuff. This was actually a backup unit for the Hill Brothers car that I was able to acquire.
So this too is a period piece, right?
Yes, yes.
Man, are you having a good time at
Yes,
the show?
I'm having a great time. This has been outstanding for me. It's been really good.
If you like nostalgia Dragsters, it's a place to
Yes,
be, man.
exactly.
Well, I tell you, the Stone, Woods & Cook, 41 Willys, very fine, Joe.
Thank you, Dennis.
Man, she's beautiful.
Yes.
And actually, I saw you roll in. I said, that's one nice hot rod, man.
Appreciate it.
You know, you took sort of a traditional hot rod approach, but it's kind of an extreme version of it.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get that kick up and back?
When we built the frame, we kicked the back end of it up 8 inches.
Uh-huh.
That way, when we put the floorboard and all in it, we just stepped the car up, kept the floorboard straight, picked the back end of the car up.
Man. Well, now, what am I looking at?
The front cowl is a 29 sedan.
Okay.
The 2 side panels are a 30 sedan. The doors are a 33 Chevrolet truck, and the roof come out of an Astro van.
Oh, little touch of the new in there too.
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Wow, so you got 4 different vehicles in this baby, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, that's really nice. 350 Chev,
355,
355 bored
Yes,
out,
sir.
and high-rise dual quad.
doing 500 Edelbrocks.
Very nice, huh? And Lucky 13, is that just what you
It's
named it?
just the name we come up with.
I like your radiator cap skull. That's pretty nice.
This old piggy bank my little boy had, we took it, made a hood ornament out there, you can say.
How do you feel about giving up his piggy bank?
He didn't care, I want no money in it.
Yeah, what the heck, put it on the car. I tell you though, one of the things that drew me to the car were the wheels.
Yes, sir.
Those look period too.
They're the original U.S. mag wheels and not a reproduction wheel.
No kidding. Man, those are like gold. Where'd you find those?
Charlotte swap meet. They're
All
hard
four
to
of them?
find. Yes, sir.
They hard to find.
They
Yes,
hard to find.
Yes, they are. And your cotter pin door hinges, is that a temporary or?
They're staying. It was
They
temporary
staying,
to
I
start
like
with, but they're staying now.
And you know the metal flake red interior, that's another 60s thing.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
that's hard to find now.
Yeah, I had to get on the internet and do some research, and I finally found a fabric store that had some in stock.
Gosh, that's great. And another wild skull in here. That
Yes,
was
sir.
really cool. Where'd you get that one?
Off of eBay.
That's another eBay find.
Yes, sir.
Pretty complex shifter setup.
It's we made it out of some hollow tubing.
Yeah.
And then it's got a metal rod going through the center of it, so you actually push his head down to pull it back in gear.
And tilt column, key in column.
Yeah, and I've 86 S10.
And back here, Lucky 13 again. But you know, you've really done some nice work on this.
Yeah, in the back, we took it and split it down the middle and poured
Yeah.
it in.
Uh-huh.
In the back, it's actually 3 inches narrower than a real sedan would have been.
Well, I tell you, Ashley, she's a sweet-looking ride. You even have a period Pepsi Cola bottle
Yeah,
for your.
I'm an electrician by trade, and I found it up on our house one day. I said it'll stay till it breaks.
I know what I can do with that, man. And people must be digging this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, yeah, I love it. I love that high-rise back seat, man. You do good work, Ashley.
Thank you.
Wild ride. Brian, this is one serious rail.
Thank you.
What am I looking at here? Is this all fiberglass?
No, it's all aluminum.
Really?
Tom Hanna body.
And you know, everything's all chromed out.
It's exactly the way it was. The car, as it sits, is 87% original.
Well, you know, the paint job alone is fabulous. Who could even do that lace work?
Fella named Eustace out in California did it.
Incredible. Great expectations too. 392 Hemi?
392 Hemi, right? Runs on 100% nitromethane, straight right out of the can.
Oh my God. Putting out what kind of horsepower?
Probably around 2 to 2,500. They're built for, this engine is built not to race, but just for show and flames and noise.
Cackle.
Yeah, cackle.
A lot of cackle.
Yeah,
But
lots
now,
of cackle.
Was this a pretty competitive car back in the day?
Car was very competitive. It held the national record for over 2 years, at a best of 6.53 seconds, somewhere around 249, 250 miles an hour. And it was Division I champion 2 years in a row.
Wow. Now you saw this race back in the day, right?
I took pictures of it as far back as 1969 and 70.
You were just an enthusiast, or?
Well, I was a track photographer at Raceway Park in Englishtown.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, what a tight fit. The differentials right here, and what do your legs go over that?
Legs over.
Holy cow.
Right.
You don't want that coming apart, do you?
No.
And this is actually pretty ornate too. I mean, the wood on the steering yoke and the wood on the brake.
Person who built the chassis was Don Long, Tony Nancy interior, Tom Hanna body.
I mean, these are all big names.
Yeah, top of the top line back from.
These even look like period tires.
They're absolutely period. They were actual tires on the car in 1969 through 71. But these tires, they set the record on those exact
very
tires.
Oh man. Well, it's absolutely stunning, and you're in great company. I mean, these are all just really historic pieces around here.
Yeah, it's a great car.
But this baby really pops, I got to tell you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Man.
you. We're very, very happy with it.
Thanks for bringing this baby out.
Thanks, Dennis.
John, this is a sweet 71 Cyclone spoiler, Merc Cyclone spoiler.
Yes, sir.
You don't see these very much anymore either.
Yeah, made 353 of them.
Is that all they made?
That's all they made.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that scarce. Wow.
Yep.
You mean all total, not just this color, all total?
All total in 71, they made 353 of them.
Wow. Wow. Now this looks like Ford's Grabber Blue, but they called it something different for Merc.
Competition blue.
Competition Blue, but it's basically the same thing.
Exact same color. Exact
Holy
same
cow.
color.
Now, have you always been a Merc man?
Always. First car I had was a 70 Montego, which is basically same sheet metal. Just wasn't the performance version. That's
But then
all.
you always wanted a Cyclone spoiler, so you
Always.
went and found this one.
I always wanted a Cyclone spoiler.
Ever had any other Cyclone spoilers?
I got two other ones actually. I got another 71 and I got a 70.
It's a disease, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is a disease. Well, these are really wild because they got this beak, almost this 71 Thunderbird beak.
Yeah.
Because the T-Bird in 71 came out, and I'd forgotten they had hideaway headlights.
Yep, that was an option.
That is really cool. And the front spoiler was stock too, right?
All the spoilers on the front and back were all part of the Cyclone spoiler package.
Man, she's just in great shape. The interior, looks unrestored. Is that like original?
It's pretty much original. I did get the dashboard redone, but the rest of it I haven't really done much to.
Because that's a really special dash with the gauges integrated right into the...
Yeah, they did it 2 years for the Cyclone spoilers, 70 and 71. And it's really right neat. Everybody notices the dash.
Oh yeah, man, it's just...
Yeah.
And did she come with the Hearst shifter? Mm-hmm. Holy cow, I mean, your headliner's even beautiful. I mean, everything about this is gorgeous. Big back window, long sloping, trunk lid.
Yeah.
And of course, the spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the name, right? Cyclone spoiler. And this back plate, I think, is just gorgeous. I mean, that would be a tough thing to replace if you ever had to.
Very difficult. And the tail lights are really hard to find. You can find them, but they're difficult.
And it's all this the way she came, pretty much?
The way she came.
Oh, man. It's an amazing shape.
Thank you.
And it's a 429 Ram Air.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Let's go look at that baby.
All right.
So that's a functional scoop and kind of grate there.
Sucks air right in there and right to the breather.
Open her up, man.
Okay.
Oh, that is gorgeous. Mercury CJ 429 and packed in there.
It's tight fit. Everything's tight.
So has the engine been redone? I mean,
I did redo the engine, yes.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much kept it all stock.
What kind of horsepower did these come with? Do you remember?
Ford rated them at 370. I think it might be a little more than that.
Yeah, those was back in the insurance days.
Exactly.
Like 370, 370.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. And she runs good?
Runs great.
Oh,
a lot
man.
of torque.
That is just, John, that is just a way cool car. And I got to believe it attracts a crowd wherever it goes.
It does pretty good.
Yeah, it does okay. You having a good time today at the show?
I'm having a great time.
This
Great
is
show.
This is a cool event, isn't it?
Awesome show.
Well, you got the only Merc Cyclone spoiler here, I think.
Yeah, most of the time I do.
Probably in the state.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for bringing it out, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Merc. Love it. Oh man, the show Shine, Shag and Dine here in Henderson, North Carolina is an absolute blast. Killer car show, but all these historic drag cars and drivers and the East Coast Drag Times Hall of Fame, you gotta check this one out.